Welcome to the Classy Counsel, Reflections for the Wise and Elegant Lady. I am Nadia, your elegance coach, and in this weekly podcast, I bring you insights on how to cultivate the attributes of a lady that is elegant and not only elevated in terms of appearance, but also on a much deeper level, spiritually elevated. You'll find cross-references made with verses from the Bible and from other sources of wisdom. Whether you are a beginner or advanced in your journey towards the most elegant version of yourself, a curious learner, or simply looking for some more elegant mindset inspiration, you are in the right place. So, grab your favorite beverage, sit back, and join me on this journey of discovery and growth. It is difficult to make a reputation, but it is even more difficult to seriously mar a reputation once properly made. So faithful is the public. This is a quote from Arnold Bennett. Today, I want to talk about good reputation. And what is reputation? It's the opinion that people in general have about someone, or how much respect or admiration someone receives based on past behavior or character. When we talk about good reputation, we talk about good name, honor. We can also talk about social approval, respectability, notoriety, and popularity. On the opposite side, you will have bad character, bad name, bad attitude. And now you might be wondering, why is she now telling us to care about what other people think? Because there is a big difference between giving importance to the opinions of one individual who might be projecting their insecurities onto you, who might be secretly wishing to diminish you and is therefore a threat to your elevation, and caring about the general public opinion. You should know me enough by now that I am a woman of balance, meaning I don't believe into extremes. I believe that in absolutely everything, the good can be reached with balance. For example, here, I am not going to the extreme of I don't care what people think of me, nor do I go to the other extreme. I care so much about what people think of me, that there is a balance in between that we must find. And I always tell you, we are social beings, and to a degree, we need each other validation. To a degree. Being aware of this fact will help you find the right balance, but taking care of your reputation is indeed important. Not only it precedes you anywhere you go, but it can at times save you, and it can save you from, let's say, any vile attempt of anyone who would want to badmouth you. If the general public opinion of you is saying that your character is one of an honest person, one cannot just come and claim you're a liar. You wouldn't even have to say anything. The public opinion will defend you. Your reputation will defend you. And I know this for a fact. I think I've already told you about my past as a bullied little girl at school. So I once encountered a bully at school. We were around, 11, maybe 12. And one day, this bully decided to make an enemy of me for no other reason that she needed to feel superior. I was the easy target. Nice and soft, not a troublemaker at all, always polite. But she underestimated the power of what people knew of me. And one day, she claimed that I had insulted her mother. Of course, that was a lie. And it confirmed me that she would go to any lengths to make sure that she would be putting me down. I didn't have to say anything. And it's not because I didn't want to. It's just that I didn't have the time to do anything, to say anything. Because one of her friends, not even my friends, one of her friends said, absolutely not. She isn't like that. Like, Nadia isn't like that. I know she wouldn't do that. And the bullying stopped that day. And this was the day I understood any good deeds I have ever done before were not in vain. Every time you ask yourself what good it makes to remain a good person, to do and give your best when others are mean or ungrateful or careless, well, this is it. You are faithful to yourself, faithful to your good character. Your good behaviors accumulate and form reputation over time, little by little, every day. You don't realize it. You may be discouraged. You may even think, what's the point? No one is seeing it anyways. Well, they do. They do see you and they do feel you. This good character you are building and taking care of is what people feel. And not only do they feel it, they protect it. This is the beauty of human beings. We can be mean towards one another, but we also can protect one another. Now, how do you cultivate and maintain a good reputation? I have 4 tips for you today for that. Number 1, know who you are and be sure of it. Number 2, act every day according to your values. Number 3, take care of your first impression. And number 4, maintain your good character. So let's go back to number 1. How do you cultivate and maintain a good reputation? 1, know who you are and be sure of it. This is about your identity. This is about knowing who you are. My first exercise with my students is to have them choose the values that are the most accurate to them, the values that speak to them the most. It could be anything like altruism, leadership, hope, kindness, open-mindedness, composure, honesty, anything. Please go back and listen to the episode about authenticity to hear the list of values, or you can send me an email so I can send you the list of values and you can do the work at home. My email address is info@madamekabongo.com. So once you have defined the values you want to embody and live by, you will be able to know for sure who you are, to be firm in your identity. If this can help you, and I think it would, because I strongly suggest you to do it, create a motto for yourself. Mine, I call it the 3 F's: faith, family, and fortitude. I can tell you, I had several times encountered situations where this motto helped me to remind myself what my values are and help me make decision on the spot. And this lead to number 2, act every day according to your values. These values that you have chosen to represent you will be then expressed in everything you do, everything you say, even everything you think, everything you will be wearing, and everything you will be doing. It would be much more difficult to be shaken by life or wickedness in the future because you have set your mind, you have affirmed your identity. It will be much more complicated for anyone to come and make you doubt of your self-worth with an opinion of you that don't align with who you are. You will even hear yourself respond more assertively. Let's say someone comes to you and say, you shouldn't be doing this like this, you should be doing this. You'll say, it doesn't align with who I am. Maybe it does to you, but not to me. And done. And just like that, you are affirming your own authority. With kindness, of course, but staying true to yourself. Being authentic. Always ask yourself, does this align with my values? Is it true to who I am and who I aspire to be? Number 3, take care of your first impression. It's difficult, very difficult, to modify the impression that was made about you if you started with a bad one. So make sure you always make an excellent first impression. The first impression is the most important because it sets the tone. It influences how others perceive you, and it makes it easier to build and maintain your good reputation after that. The first impressions are formed within seconds, based on visual cues, body language, and initial interactions. They shape others' perceptions of our skills, trustworthiness, and likability. So make intentional choices about how you present yourself. And this goes from your style, how you dress, how you do your hair, how you smell, your body language, the way you stand, walk, move, sit, the eye contact, how you manage personal space, etc. And this goes also through your expression, how articulate you are, how rich is your vocabulary, how good of a conversationalist you are, how is your tone of voice. And last but not least, because we are in 2024 now, your online presence. How do you pose? What message your poses convey? The intention behind your post. What are they? How much of yourself do you share? How accurately and authentically do you post? Now, all of these, style, body language, expression, online presence, all of this, if managed properly, can ensure you to always make an excellent impression and contribute to your good reputation. Number 4, maintain your good character. Consistency. I'm talking about consistency and discipline. The reputation of a good character is built over time, because we can all make an excellent first impression, but then you need to maintain this impression in order to build this good and solid reputation in the long term. It takes time, but if you know the person you want to be, the values you want to express through your behavior, style, communication, overall choices in life, your online presence, you will naturally embody them. Just a little disclaimer, I don't want you to feel oppressed by your own goals, so please do not be too harsh on yourself. If you make a bad decision one day, that's fine. Take the lesson and try better the following day. That's it. The goal is not to be perfect every day. The goal is to see yourself getting better and becoming more of this best version of yourself over time. I'm not saying perfection is reachable, because that wouldn't be true. But you should aim excellence. And I believe excellence is kind of trying to do your best every day. Doesn't mean you're not making mistakes. It's just saying you're trying your best. Don't see your progress as a regular line that goes up all the time. Because really, progress is more of today you are at 5, and then tomorrow it goes down to 3, and then the following day it goes back up to 6, and then down to 2, then going back to 7. Celebrate yourself, because if you look at the big picture, you went from 5 to 7, and that is progress. Be consistent in your work on developing your elegant self. Do the inner work and the outer work, both of them. Inner work consists of working on your values, your principles. If there is some healing to do, do it. Pray, meditate, journal, go see a therapist, play an instrument, do some sport, whatever the means that work for you. Because remember that you, my friend, you are gifted. You might not believe it, but that's okay. I will believe it for you. You are unique. You don't know how valuable you are. You have something in you that needs to be shared with others. And I want to see it. I want you to see it. And I want you to master it and share it with me and with the world. Problem is, bad habits, traumas, even limiting beliefs or wounds just get in the way. Do the healing. Do not be scared of facing these, let's call them inconveniences, because it's not seeing them that will cause the harm. It's ignoring them and letting them sit and marinate that cause the harm. These traumas, these wounds are not you. They are not what defined you. What defined you are the values we spoke about, the one you chose for yourself. What defines you is the person you want to be. You define yourself. These inconveniences are just in the way, and they can actually be removed. They do not define you. Then the outer work. Work on your appearance. Choose, or I should say, create your style. The style that expresses who you are. The beautiful asset you are to the world. Express your quality through it. Creativity, intelligence, softness, humanism, excellence, greatness, your joy, your calm presence, whatever your qualities are, they can be expressed through your style. Your style, really, I see it as a way to share our gift, because that's the first thing people see when they meet us for the first time. Work also on your manners. Like I said, I want what is best for you. And among the best things, there is good interactions with others. And when I say good, I really mean excellent. I want you to be so comfortable with the way you interact with others that you feel like a little butterfly going from flower to flower with lightness and confidence and joy. Learn etiquette. No, it isn't for the elite. No, it isn't dusty and old. It is the greatest tool you've ever come across. Why? Because knowledge is power. You already know that. Do you realize how powerful someone is when they know the law by heart? You've seen lawyers, how they are able to play with the laws because they know them. They know how to get around them. It is exactly the same thing. Know the rules of etiquette so you can navigate with confidence in any social situations and decide, use your own judgment to know when you should apply the rules and when it is preferable not to. Because that happens. Etiquette is not rigid. It isn't there to oppress you. It is there to help you, to empower you, and to make your relationships go smoothly and strong and solid. The last thing I want you to work on is your expression, the way you communicate. Because imagine yourself dressed impeccably, smelling good, all eyes turned towards you. People feel attracted to you and they come to you. But then you open your mouth and you speak like a poissonnière, like a fishmonger would say in French. The minute you open your mouth and the talk is, I don't know, vulgar or broken, dirty or clumsy, it just nullifies all the work you've been investing in your appearance. And this is so disappointing. And that's probably what people would remember you for. And I can already picture the conversation. They will say, like, I've seen this gorgeous woman, but you know what? The minute she talked, oh my God. And you don't want to be remembered for that. So let's work on our communication. Don't neglect it. I will soon release my first ebook about communication and elocution, where you will find advices, exercises, practical sheets, tests for you to evaluate yourself. It's going to be good stuff. Communication skills come with practice. Now, as usual, here is the Bible verse I will conclude with. It's Proverbs chapter 22, verse 1. It says, "A good name is to be more desired than great wealth. Favor is better than silver and gold." If you like this podcast, if you have any questions or suggestions, don't hesitate to leave me a comment, like, and share. If you also like affirmation words, visit my YouTube channel, Madame Kabongo. You will find a video specifically on good reputation in the Affirmations for the Elegant Woman playlist. For even more advices to become the best version of yourself in etiquette, in elegance, in communication, you can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. You will always find me there under the same name, Madame Kabongo. Thank you. Let your name be known for the good reasons. Take care of your reputation. See you next week.